When I was 5 years old, my sister was taking dance classes, and I went with her to the dance studio one day and said, I want to dance, I could do that. My mom, she signed me up for classes. They were always there at my dance recitals. My dad was always funny, because it was either dance or baseball.
When the clock struck 12 p.m., he actually walked off,
left his team
from the on-deck circle, grabbed me and said, I got to go to dance class. So at that point, I knew that sports and baseball were not in his blood and dance was. As a parent, you got to let your kids do what they love, and he loved dance at the time, so I let him go.
Right.
And he danced with his sister.
As soon as he put the tap shoes on, that was it. It was all over. He tapped circles around everyone. It was just like his feet were born to do that.
I remember I was in first grade, and my friend and I were in dance classes together, and we performed one day for the class. And all the girls were like, wow, that's so cool. And all the guys were like, yeah, that's so cool because they're getting all the girls. They always had the school musical, and I was always involved in that. So people knew I was a dancer. Everyone just, accepted it. I didn't think of it as a career until junior year of high school, where everyone was finding colleges and picking out, majors. Montclair seemed to have everything that I wanted. The director, had asked us to bring tap shoes, and he said, anyone who could tap dance, just show me, your skills, show me what you got.
Evan, of course, had a phenomenal tap background, was one of the top tappers in the state of New Jersey, and was on his way to being nationally recognized as one of the greatest tappers in the country. That same year, we were doing a production of Crazy for You in the fall semester. And we don't really allow freshman musical theater students or any freshman students here to perform their first semester of their freshman year. Just from the very beginning, he just was so impressive that we actually moved him to the cast. So for a freshman, he got pretty saturated into the program really quickly.
When I was a sophomore here, it was October 2009, and I had a pain in my right leg, and I had an x-ray taken on my 19th birthday, and the doctor had said this might be a lesion or a tumor. And later that night, I was told that I had osteosarcoma bone cancer, and that the next steps that would be taken would be surgery and possibly chemotherapy and radiation. And I had a very large surgery on November 12th. The third day in, after that surgery, there was a blood clot, and they rushed me into the operation room at midnight for an immediate surgery.
There were all these surgeries that followed, 2-hour surgeries, 6-hour surgeries. So Dr. Healy would always come in through the door. And this time when he came in, he didn't go over to Tom, and he didn't go over to Allie. He just came right over to me, and he took my two hands like this, and he said, I have to take his leg to save his life. He said there's cancer all over his leg.
It came back.
It came back.
The first 2 hours was me just screaming and cursing and crying, saying, how could this happen? Why? Like all the last 6-7 months of surgery are trash. It was all for nothing. And then the next 2 hours was all the positives that, how, being an amputee isn't going to be so bad. I'm still alive, which is the most important part. We went forward with the surgery, and I had my leg amputated, and I woke up, and the next day I was already, walking around on crutches, and my physical therapist at the hospital had me doing ballet.
It just hit me like a brick wall when I saw him in bed with that bandage above the knee. No talk about continuing his college career. It's just now. It was surviving the cancer, you know, getting through this operation and figuring out a way, you know, how to, you know, get through life.
I didn't want to do it. I just didn't think I could get through it. I was strong enough. You know, I wasn't going to let myself sit in hospital beds and waste away or sit at home and just be miserable. I wanted to be with my friends. I wanted to be with people who would be able to get me through this, you know, with their positivity. I went through 16 months in total chemotherapy, and I finished up the MTP in October of 2011. And shortly after that came the peg leg. I first saw a video of peg leg baits when I was 16.
Don't look at me in sympathy. I'm glad that I'm this way. For I feel good and I'm knocking on wood as long as I can sing. I mix light fantastics up with hot gymnastics. I'm peg leg Bates, the one-leg dancing man.
He was actually a below-the-knee amputee, and he was able to do things that I probably can't do, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to try them. I was taking videos of myself just to have for myself. I show my roommate and she goes, "Whoa, this needs to go on YouTube right now." It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
And I was getting these text messages from colleagues, from my sister. They're like, "Evan is tap dancing again." "What are you talking about? He's tap dancing again." We're all looking at it on our little phones and we see him dancing.
I'm thinking, well, this is a good step in the right direction. You know, he is, you know, pursuing his dream, and this is a good first step.
I mean, there's like obvious things that I really, that I have difficulty with, daily, day-to-day things. Just kind of knowing that, my day really isn't going to start unless I put my prosthetic leg on.
I see him frustrated a lot of times.
Yeah. One day that was particularly poignant for me was that he said, Mom, I am always going to have these crutches. I'm not going to just put my leg on to go to the bathroom. I'm going to have to use these stupid crutches for my whole life. He's never just going to get out of bed and walk. I said to him recently, does it seem like it's gone already? And you're just, you're okay now. You're more normal now. I thought he was going to say yes. That's what I thought he was going to say. And he said, nope. He said, because every day I look down and I see that I don't have a leg.
I'm 100% sure the parents would love to have their kids with them, like we have Evan, with one limb less. Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah. With all that he has been through, we just want him to be healthy. That's the bottom line.
I want to go out. I want to go skydiving. I'll go skydiving. I want to go swimming, in the ocean, take my leg off, go swimming. I still do everything. I go jet skiing. I try to be as active as possible. I've only been an amputee for, May will be 2 years. I'm still going through a learning process. I think I've been doing well. so far. Tap dancing is just something that has always, it's just always like run through my body. Yeah, it set me back a lot. I was missing a leg, and so I had to restart from scratch, but just, you know, knowing that I'm gonna do this with my life, and I'm gonna tap, and I'm gonna be happy, and I'm gonna make other people happy, and they're gonna, you know, they're gonna love it.